Hello everybody, and welcome back to Undefeated. We had a rousing day of practice, right? Finally gotta go to Bucky's gym and do some of the punches of the bag. And we got embarrassed and the things, like Redline punched us. It was a sparring thing, it was initiation thing. It made us upsetty. Or at least Xander's upsetty. I kinda laughed. I laughed. I don't feel bad about it. But Xander's being all huffy boy, leaving the gym. Since the day I got here, it's been humiliating. And, wait, it's been humility? That I'm allowed to fuck up the first words, right? Right, guys? It's fine. It's been a humility and pity day after day, and I'm getting fucking sick of it. Bruce has already made me look stupid twice. And now I had the chance to meet new people, but Redline had to go and fuck that up too. That was not Redline's fault, friend. But it is funny to blame him, so you know what? We're good, Xander. I don't know what else I'm supposed to do. My path back to the stairwell is cut off by a crowd of people headed to the cafeteria. I really can't be bothered to fight my way through that. My only other option is to turn around and use the stairwell at the end of the hall. That one at least gives me easy access to my room. I thought I could handle that stupid punching tradition well enough. I did it my last gym. I'm not sure why these guys are any different. Well, these are professional fighters. It makes sense that they'll be stronger than the guys I'm used to. But why the hell did Redline have so much power? I didn't think I was too tired to take that, but it still stings. I can't seem to get a win anywhere. It's like this place is out to get me. And now I look like an idiot for leaving the gym in such a rush. I can still feel sweat drip down off my chin. Have I been leaving a trail down the hall this whole time? Probably not common down here, but still gross. Passing by the gym, I can't see Redline, but that's for the best. I don't want to see him right now. The rest of the hallway is pretty quiet on the way to the stairwell. Everyone off at lunch, so I have got some time to get a change of clothes and shower. The closing of the heavy metal doors, a latch echoes up through the space. It's cold and quiet. The chatter from down the hall completely silenced behind this door. The silence is quickly broken, though. A breathy sigh comes from somewhere above me, and my ears flick to aim toward it. Whoever gave that sigh starts moving on the stairwell. I wait a moment to see if I can determine if they're coming toward me. It's quiet enough to hear a pin drop, or at least at least enough to hear the sound of my sweat dripping onto the cement floor. It catches my attention for a second. Gross. I guess they're going further away, so how far does this go? I move up the stairwell, keeping my ears out for anyone back here. Looking up, I can't see the end of the stairwell. Not that it's very difficult, but it's not very well lit, regardless. I get to the second floor of the stairwell and open the door. Finally, away from the rest of the people, I take some time to get a fresh change of clothes from my room and head to the showers. Oh, public shower. Oh, get to see all the guys, right? Halfway down the second floor hallways, there's a massive communal shower room, opposite from the bathrooms. There's 4 rows of showers, each row barriered on either on either side with a brick wall. Near one wall is a bunch of hooks and benches for people to keep their clothes while they wash up. This place is normally packed, even with the second shower room down the opposite end of the hall. It's not too bad now that there's no one around, though. These guys can be really annoying when people are just trying to wash. I'll have to come back more often when it's less crowded. I toss my clothes onto the bench and carry my all-in-one bath wash in the nearest stall. Yes, of the faucet knob and a gush of cold water fires from the shower head. I managed to avoid the initial spray, though I can feel its chill from stray droplets against my fur. I turned the hot water knob as high as it can go, but the temperature doesn't increase much, even after a few minutes. Guess the hot water's all used up. I sigh and step into the frigid spray, immediately tensing up as the water strikes my spine. My breathing stutters and my muscles convulse for a second as they're exposed. But after a few seconds, my body loosens, and I can breathe slowly and smoothly now. The body wash lathers up nicely. It smells kind of minty, too. The bottle calls it charcoal chill. Guess that explains the black coloring. Not sure what that has to do with mint. Aww. Someone enters the shower room. Xander? Christ, I really don't want to talk to him right now. I sigh. What? Redline moves in front of my shower stall. Are you okay? I can't help but look at him. Yeah, but look at him. He has no problem staring at my naked body. I mean, I probably wouldn't have a problem staring, you know? Here I am, fully nude, half covered in suds, and he is able to casually stroll in and talk with me. I gesture to my body. He seems to get the picture. Oh, right. Sorry. He moves to the other side of the wall. Are you okay? I'm fine. The cold water rinses some soap off my fur. Did I do something wrong in class? I'm fine, Redline. I thought I hurt you or something. Did I embarrass you? I didn't mean... I'm fine. Redline. I don't really like raising my voice, but he doesn't seem to understand. I want to be alone right now. He's quiet for a second. Well, if you say so. There's another pause. I'm going to go grab lunch. I'll save you a seat, okay? He waits for a second for a response. I'm debating not giving one. Okay. Thanks. For sure, man. Redline leaves, leaving me alone with my thoughts. And this fucking freezing water. I squirt a bit of soap on my hand and run it through my hair, scrubbing it over my scalp and already my around, that's what it says. Around the base and around the base of my antlers. Around the Is that correct? I don't really know. Grammar's not my strong suit, guys. They're already growing in a bit. I don't want to get them trimmed until I absolutely have to. At least Redline's not here to deal with my shitty attitude. I feel like such an ass. I was an ass! Redline didn't mean to embarrass me. I just wasn't expecting it. He even tried to apologize and I shut him down. I should probably apologize. The churning in my stomach at the thought of that makes me think it won't be too easy to do. I'll see how he's feeling at lunch. The rest of the suds rinse off my hair, and after scrubbing down the rest of my body, I turn off the shower. It's a lot warmer in my towel than it is in the stall. Part of me misses my hair dryer at my old place, as shitty as it was. Whatever. Dried off, fresh clothes, with the old clothes tossed haphazardly onto my bed. Redline's gym clothes are strewn onto his bed, too. I guess he's still at lunch. I should probably make my way down. It's a lot chattier than normal. I guess I've never been here while it's this full. Redline's at the table he usually sits at, but there's a bunch of other guys seated around him. He flags me down, smiling as big as ever as he motions to an empty seat next to him. Yo, Xander! He nearly has to yell to hear over the chatter of the room. That is what that says. Not really, but you know what I mean. I drop down into the seat with my tray of food. The rest of the men around are still in their own conversations. Xander, meet my buds! This is Iggy, JJ, Ollie. He rattles off a bunch of names as he gestures to each of them. Some of them nod back in between bites of food, but others are still wrapped in their conversations. I recognize a few of them from class earlier, actually. I think we're missing a few. Rick and Gabe are on vacation, right? Redline's friends, that's all they get. It is not JJ, it is not Ollie. Yeah, they saved enough time to hit the surface for a few weeks. Redline nods. Good for them, honestly. We were looking pretty run down, especially after Gabe tore his ACL. The badger that peeked up nods. Kind of crowded today, huh? Huh? Oh, yeah, I guess so. It doesn't surprise me, though. I guess we did come down at peak lunch hours. My nerves go a little numb, but I take an awkward breath and look at Redline. Hey, listen, Redline. Speakers from the ceiling, I assume, played a bit of a feedback as someone taps the microphone. Redline's ears shoot up. Testing! Testing! A bit of a cheer erupts from around the cafeteria. I can't seem to pick out the source of the voice, but everyone seems to turn to the center of the space, at the top of the mini staircase. Theodore, the nervous rabbit that visited me in the medbay, stands with a microphone in his hands. Good afternoon, everyone! The voice of the crowd almost drowns out Theodore over the loudspeakers. I turn to Redline. What's going on? I have to yell over the noise. Redline just beams back. Oh, right! This is your first time! His tail starts sweeping back and forth. It's matchmaking day, dude! As you all know, it's that time of the month. Okay. The timid little thing raises a shaky hand, holding an envelope. He tries to open it with one hand. It's kind of awkward, but he manages. So, I'm sure you're all just as excited as I am to know what this month's fights are going to be. You sound excited. Someone yells over the crowd, which has managed to die down a bit in anticipation, but immediately roars back up. The rabbit's ears twitch, and his face goes blank as he tries to hurriedly read through the list. This Friday, that's in 2 days, first up in the lightweight division would be, Maddie. As Theodore reads off the name, a cheer erupts from one end of the cafeteria as a lean monkey rises from his seat. And he is up against Mikey! Mikey's name causes the men around me to cause an uproar as well. A Lynx fellow is seated across from me, stands up as the rest of the table applauds. Redline's friends start pounding on the table as Mikey makes his way up to Theodore, where Matthew is already standing. The two stare at each other for a few seconds as the crowd cheers, before shaking hands and making their way back to their seats. Mikey's welcomed back to the table with a bunch of congratulations and pats on the back while Theodore rattles off another name, followed by more cheering. Redline finishes chatting with Mikey, then turns to me. So, basically, once a month, Teddy goes up and lists off all the fights for the next month. That's not a lot of prep time to get ready for a fight. Redline shrugs. Since we basically spend all of our time down here training, we shouldn't need much time to do a fight camp or anything like that. He flexes his biceps, patting it tenderly. These bad boys are ready to go whenever they want to give me someone. They're just waiting to see if someone's as short as you exists. His friend chimes up, and Redline laughs, jabbing him in the shoulder. Hey now, Xander's right here! I can feel my face get hot. I'm not that much shorter than him. We are shorter than him. Theodore's been talking a bit now, But the crowd's noise seems to die down after the previous fighter returns to their seats. He clears his throat and tugs at his collar. And, the moment you've all been waiting for. We've got a special upcoming championship fight in the heavyweight division at the end of the month. Another cheer from the crowd, and the chant of, Bruce! 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 Pulses through the men. The reigning champion Bruce will face off against the challenger, Alex. Hearing that name sends a shiver down my spine. My skin. That's what that says. The crowd kind of goes quiet, almost confused as they look for whoever has that name. I push myself to my feet. I had a few heads swivel to look at me. I move through the crowd towards Theodore. And what was once cheering and laughter has turned to an uncomfortable whisper as people are surely asking each other too many questions. I climb the stairs to where Theodore is standing. He looks like he doesn't want to be here either. Look at this bun. He's just a nervous little guy. You can just push him to the ground and he won't do anything. That would be rude to do, though. I wouldn't do that. I would do that. I would think about doing it. Like any time I would see that. That's just me, though. Bruce isn't here. He should be easy to pick out of a crowd, but he's nowhere to be seen. As soon as I reach the top step, one voice rings out from across the cafeteria. Let's fucking go, Xander! That's a friend. Everyone turns to the source, and after a second, all of Redline's friends start clapping as well, albeit a bit hesitantly. The rest of the crowd dissolves into idle chatter, confused applause of laughter. It takes a bit of control to keep my ears from folding down, but I know that would only make them laugh more. Alex, I clear my throat. Theodore, is there any way I can talk to the commissioner? His ears twitch and he looks away. I am afraid that once the match is made, it cannot be undone. You'll have to wait until after the fight is over. But Theodore bows awkwardly and hops down the steps before I can say another word. A few men harass him as he nearly runs for the exit. He's especially fast for someone so frail looking. Maybe that's why he's so fast in the first place. The cafeteria has gone back to its usual chatter, and I slog my way back to my seat at the table. Redline's got most of them entranced in a conversation, but when I get close enough, he motions me closer. You want to tell these guys what's up? Not really. Redline's ears lower at that, but he turns back to his friends. He's in some weird fucked up contract, and he has to keep fighting Bruce. He hasn't really told me the details. The rest of them echo each other's confusion. A few more badgering me with questions. I just want to eat my food, but they probably won't stop without an answer. Might as well get it over with. That's really all there is to it, honestly. The matchmaking system fucked up, and I can't get in touch with the commissioner to change it yet. That seems to send a nervous shockwave through the group as they all ease back into their seats. Redline chimes in. Oh shit, really? That's not great. Not great? Nah. The commissioner, he's... For the first time, they're all sort of quiet. Don't fuck with the commissioner, man. One of his friends speaks up, and the rest echo agreement. Yeah, I mean, they don't really know much about him. But there's a reason no one really talks about him. And that is... Redline swallows a bit of food and thinks. I mean, he's, like, our boss? Like, we don't really need to ask to question it. We just do our job. But this feels like a special case where they might be a risk worth taking. I don't know. Or you could just fight Bruce, your call. The rest of the group laughs at that, but my heart just only sinks into my stomach. I'm not really hungry anymore. Aw. A few weeks pass by, relatively uneventful, aside from the dread of the next fight looming over me. Drayden tried getting in touch with me to weasel more information, but I can't really talk to him. He has nothing to do with the fight. He doesn't need to be involved. Theodore has pretty much vanished. It seems no one really sees him outside of matchmaking day. Not that he would have been any help either. He bolted when I tried to talk to him about it then. I don't think that would change now. I roll onto one side. My mattress feels a lot less comfortable these days. The sheets are draped over my top half. Top half. Okay. For some reason, I'm like, does that mean the sheets are only on his top half? I don't know why that's why. Look, I'm a silly guy, you know. I'm just a silly little guy. I get really uncomfortable when my feet are too hot. I guess that does mean that it's only on the top half of him. Okay. You do you, man. You do you. Okay, Xander? I reserve the right to make fun of you, though. Which seems pretty frequently in this room. They shut off the air conditioning at night sometimes. Can't really tell why or how. Oh, excuse me. Or how often, but I'll sometimes wake up in a pool of sweat. Redline seems to have figured it out, though, with his box fan blowing colder, stale air at his body. He says the sound of the fan helps him sleep, but it's not too intrusive, and it keeps the air moving, so I can't really complain. God, his position looks uncomfortable. His limbs are all contorted in wild positions. To each their own, I guess. I click my phone to life. Breakfast doesn't start for another half hour. I sigh. Might as well get out of bed. Waking up early has never been hard for me. Deer are light sleepers by nature, so everyone in my family would always wake up around sunrise. It helps for training, too, once I started getting serious about it. After I moved out, though, waking up wasn't just natural, it was necessary. Those store shelves didn't stock themselves, especially for how early my work opened, even if it meant unloading hundreds of pounds of shit off of a truck at hours unseen by God. Oh well, all of that is behind me now. Maybe not the early mornings, but that's fine. I like waking up before everyone else. I get to have my alone time, and the silence treats me well. Well, silence. Ignoring Redline's fan. I slip a tank top on, aww, and my phone slides down my lounge pants pocket. Shut up. What, no CG where we get to see Xander in his little tank top? You know, I bet he'd look cute in it. I step out of bed. It's hard to believe I've already been here for a month already. 1 month since the elevator ride. 1 month since leaving it all behind. 1 month since Bruce. And now I get to do it again in a few days. My stomach hurts again. Maybe I should go somewhere to relax before breakfast opens up. It's been a while since I hit the immersion chamber. Maybe the beach will calm me down. The hall is as quiet as ever. I haven't been back here since Redline was showing me around. I pull the door. Locked. Redline must have used the passcode on the panel next to the door. Need a hand? Oh, who's this? Bucky's voice echoes from down the hall behind me. Okay, I was hoping to get some alone time, but if I had to be interrupted, I'm glad it's him. All right, everyone, I'm going to end the part here, so I hope you've all enjoyed, and I'll see you guys around.